Dame Julie Andrews has an Oscar, 2 Emmys, and 2 Grammys. She starred in some of the most beloved movies of our time. She is also a best-selling author, and her new book, Homework, a memoir of my Hollywood years, is out today. Julie Andrews, it is such a pleasure.
Thanks.
Every time I'm in your presence, I kind of pinch myself a little bit. I guess you just have that effect on people.
Well, come on. Look at you. You're a hardworking lady, too.
Let's talk about you, because this is your second memoir. When you have a life this big, you have to break the memoir into bits because there's so much to talk about. But we were just talking about the process. You wrote it with your daughter. What was it like to kind of unpack those memories?
Oh, it was everything. Painful, funny. We wept at times. We laughed our heads off. We drank endless cups of tea, and we worked. It was about a 2.5, 3 year project when all is said and done.
You said that you, thankfully, had kept diaries during a lot of this period of time.
Thank God for them.
What's that like to go back and read diaries and kind of read about the young version of yourself?
I suddenly realized how hard I had worked. You know, life goes by and you're so busy in the moment. And then looking back on it, you think, my God, you know, as you do, I had kids and a marriage and a home and the work and...
all at the same time.
Yeah, and I was learning on my feet as I went.
There's so many fun stories and remembrances.
So.
Oh, my gosh. And, I mean, Mary Poppins alone, you talk about, well, first of all, there was a little flying scene. You said they did them at the end. So in case there was an accident, which is not a real confidence builder. When I read that, I thought, okay, maybe you should make the wires stronger.
That's right.
But something did happen.
Yes, it's all there in the book. But I mean, I felt myself on the last day. I suddenly thought, oh, I wonder if my luck is going to run out. And I was hanging up there, and I felt myself drop by about 6 inches, and I called and said, could you let me down easily when I come, at which point I plummeted to the ground. But I was on a balancing weights and things like that.
So it wasn't quite so bad?
No, but it was a shock, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Now, we knew, of course, of your incredible acting and singing talent. I did not know that you are a whistler. And you were actually in the Spoonful of Sugar. That's your whistle?
Well, a lot of... funnily enough, I've whistled in a lot of films just because people know I can, but I didn't sort of advertise it or anything like that.
Well, you didn't have to. Probably your whistling was like the 5th thing on your resume. Act, sing, dance, but also you're a good whistler. Talk about My Fair Lady, because obviously we know you originated the role on Broadway. That was you. You were My Fair Lady.
Well, here in New York City I was. But
in the book you talk about how they cast Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah,
in the movie.
who was a great friend, and she was absolutely lovely. And I understood very well that they needed a big star. And I was, you know, here on Broadway, but was not known across the country at that time, or anywhere really except Broadway. So it's very hard to be a little upset at not getting that role. Well, Walt Disney comes along and says, would you like to do Mary Poppins?
Well, it's such a classic situation in life, right? When the door closes and you're devastated.
But it's also unbelievable good fortune.
Well, good fortune because of your talent. And before the world had seen you in Mary Poppins, Disney got to see you, or Disney allowed you to be seen so that you could be cast for Sound of Music.
That's right. I had made 3 films and was having a wonderful time because none of them had been released. So I was learning about movies and working hard and all of that. And then suddenly they were all released. And then, you know, everybody was talking about it well, it was an assault, really, for a while.
Yeah, well, and you know, the book does...
I'm not complaining, believe me.
Oh, no, but the memoir is real. And you talk about kind of that moment where you had this period of time, you shot those movies, they weren't out yet, nobody knew, you had a new baby.
I did.
At home.
Yes.
And you talk about going through sadness.
Well, there were times, yes, of sadness and many things like that. I wanted to be as frank as I could. If I'm going to write a memoir, I might as well be frank as much as I can. And there's so many things were happening at the time. It's why I call it homework, because it's about the work that I was learning to do on movies, which I'd never done before, and also homework on myself to a certain extent. How was I growing? What was I learning in life?
You talk about your second marriage, and you have a cute way of explaining the dynamic between you and your husband. How did you think of it?
Well, he was the most charismatic fellow I've ever met. I don't think I'll ever meet somebody as really genuinely interesting as he was. Sadly, he's no longer with us. But we were married like 41 years and knew each other for 44. So.
And worked together a lot?
Yes, we did about 7 movies together.
I thought I read you said it was like the lion and the squirrel.
Yes, it was. I've forgotten that. Thanks.
He was the lion, you were the squirrel.
Very much. He was a Leo.
Yes.
As well as the lion, yeah.
Well, I just asked you when we were off camera, I said, well, this only takes us up to, I think, the 80s, and then you have your return to Broadway. You have a lot of your stories, so that makes me
30 years till I came back to Broadway after my film.
So could there be a third? Is this a trilogy? Is the Julie Andrews story going to be a...
Could you ask me again in about a year?
Yeah. No.
Because this one took so long, and I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see how this one.
Well, we know how your story ends with just huge success and
thank you.
Love across the generations.
Yeah,
thank you
and
so
a lot
much.
of writing with my daughter, which I enjoy very, very much.
What a wonderful mother-daughter project. It's a real gift.
Yeah, it is a gift.
Thank you so much. The book is out. It's called Homework, and Dame Andrews will be back in our third hour along with her daughter, Emma. She'll be here, too. Excited for that.